having two Kens up in a team, that's still not a bad look.
It's not, but the man with the famous sobriquet, the murder face, steps up to the plate, where he'll go up against Xiaohai. These guys date back to SF4 days, heck, probably even earlier than that in terms of respective fighting games, but they are here at the SFL World Championships. Now, I'll give you the 4-1-1. Tokido was playing Angry Bird yesterday, but Angry Bird was also playing Xiaohai yesterday.
No, he's double dipping.
In the Ken mirror.
That's
Giving
not right.
some pointers.
That's not right.
In the matchup. Giving pointers in the matchup from different perspectives for both players.
I love that.
I was watching. I was
That
doing.
was last night in the hotel.
This was last night in the hotel. I was doing my due diligence. I was being a backup dancer, pretending I could do combos. I did see these guys playing.
So you were pretending to press buttons and your joystick wasn't even.
Well, I
plugged
didn't
into
even bring
anything.
my pad downstairs, to be honest. So I had to take St. Cola's hitbox. Shout out to St. Cola. He gave me his hitbox. So I was watching some replays and doing
Always
some work.
saving the day. Shout out to Saint.
But one thing I noticed, at least when he was facing Tokido in the mirror, was Tokido whiffs a lot of crouch medium kicks in this mirror match. From what I've seen over time, it's gone less and less as time went on. But he said you might want to use crouching medium punch a little bit more, only because it's a little bit better and it's harder to whiff punch.
A little bit more compact, yeah. Faster speed as well in comparison. What, 6 to 8 frames?
Yeah, obviously, like crouching medium punch is not as potent as other crouching medium punches in the game. We speak about that. Jury, Blanca, Luke, JP, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
This will be interesting to see. Now, with Xiaohai, I just watched him just play. To me, because again, Angry Bird's one of the world's best players, it looked like he was getting completely outclassed, but Angry Bird is never afraid to be humble and give that advice.
Right, truly.
But I saw more of what was happening in the Tokido mirror match session than opposed to the Xiaohai one. But Xiaohai's got some pretty good understanding of what needs to be done. So this will be a very interesting mirror match exchange from these guys here.
It really comes down to the pattern recognition and the spatial awareness that Tokido is trying to play at most of the time, right? You talk about things on paper. Now it comes down to the player performance of Tokido. What type of approaches is going to be throwing at Xiaohai? Now looking at the stats alone though, Xiaohai, he's coming in with a lot of confidence, right? He came up on the big rebuttal against Ryusei, getting a 2-0 swinger out in comparison to what had happened during the first phase of it all. Now I'm looking to see what he's going to be doing, whether he starts out aggressive on his own.
Well, I think one of the interesting things for me, because again, we are actually falling in the lines or the realms of a mirror match here. For me, in this mirror match, the defensive choice is when one Ken traps the other Ken in the corner. How will the defending Ken try to get out? And then sometimes, what are you going to opt for in terms of defensive choices with two bars? Are you going to drive reversal? Or are you going to do an OZ Shoryuken? Because
I think it's the latter, but go on.
Well, look, I mean, OD Shoryukens are just drive reversals that actually hit, but they have much bigger implications. But depending, because again, the punish count is all the same. When you have the right stuff, obviously the frame data and the intricacies do matter, but the punish is all the same, right? And if you're going to go at it with a medium or whatnot, it's insane. And what I really want to see, because remember what Halibel did against one of her reversals? Dude, that was insane. I'm pretty sure these guys know the combo, but we might not get that DMC kind of style combo.
I would love that. I mean, like, in both of these costumes, it would still look sick no matter what. But here we go. It's the second set between FAV Gaming and Bandits. Game 1, Xiaohai versus Tokido. Tokido already getting the worst half of the exchange thus far, up until this point.
There you go. Backdashes on the first interaction there. This is why I was saying it's going to be integral to kind of note that out and see what these guys do when trapped in the corner there. And another crouching medium kick, but he crept into that range to make sure he got the cancel. I love it. He backdashes after safe situations to avoid heavies in general. He's done that earlier today. Xiaohai as well, so against Ryusei.
Oh, Xiaohai is really testing that range against Tokido as well. And to close the gap, the drive rush to initiate. Parry against the Jinrai.
Okay, he got the space with the crouch medium kick, but no whip punish there. Still waiting in that space.
Oh, yeah, now he's crouching.
Yeah,
down.
see?
He's stuck here. And now you see the change up with the crouching medium punch. That was a counter hit. Good call out.
This is what Angry Bird was advising him yesterday. He walked into that space. Even if you do the low forward drive rush cancel, I'm confident in my defensive choices. But it could be a little bit more difficult for you to deal with the crouching medium punch. Gets the grab. Try to get throw bait, but walk back in. OD Shoryuken immediately.
Being able to ring out, testing with the roundhouse as well. Xiaohai still within range. He's still hovering around the low medium kick. That could have been severely whiff punished. Xiaohai wasn't ready for it, but he was ready for the rest of that Jinrai. Get the perfect parry. Now the corner carry, dash up twice over. Might have caught Tokido trying to jump out of the corner.
Seems like it.
Very needy.
And another low forward. He's so obstinate in that department. He wants to make sure the crouching medium kick every time. Oh, it said counter hit, so he looks like he's challenged.
Yeah, the fierce into like the heavy Jin right, that is a frame trap indeed. Counter hit, benefiting Tokido at that moment, but Xiaohai tying it up. 1 round apiece. Checking with the lights as well. Tokido a little reluctant to throw the crouching medium kick, as you talked about earlier.
Whips the jab right in his face there. That was such a delayed parry there that could have been thrown. Drive rushes into a fireball there, unfortunately. Tokido probably looking for a perfect parry opportunity before he really closes the gap. There's a fireball.
Very patient within the mid-range game.
Got him. Oh, he didn't believe. I think he took a deep breath when he did that as well. So he's going to have to make amends with this Super Arc 3 to get some extra drive gauge to work with from this subsequent sequence. Let's see what he does from here. And he's going to catch him. Yep. That is a punish counter. Immediate rebuttal. Fight fire with fire. And he's actually pendulum swing the drive gauge in his favor now. After getting hit by level 3. Damn, these guys exhaust all the options.
And plus frames in hot pursuit close. So, man, what a time to bust out with the throw tech. Tokido was looking very much so close to burnout. Good awareness of the situation. Xiaohai still inching closer. The perfect parry is there, and look at that. And he gets the crouching combo on the way over. Enhanced Tatsu, dash up twice. This guy is in deep trouble. Xiaohai has no resources to his name, hence why you see the drive impact and the stun. More than enough damage. I think he has some green bar to him. Okay, he's just taking the knockdown of the damage for now.
He would have needed level 2 to close it out. He was nowhere near building that, so.
I was thinking maybe level 1.
Nah, level 1, it would have too much scaling there, but he gets the OD. Sorry, you can to close out that game 1 there.
Xiaohai, I feel like, off of his cancels, he has been pretty keen on at least keeping it safe, keeping it a true block string off of a low medium into crouch jab, or even like stand jab to prevent that OD uppercut from ringing out.
But the problem is, he keeps doing the OD cancel regardless whether it hits or blocks. So even when it's blocks, you're giving the chance to Tokido to even input the OD Shoryuken. You are correct. He has been making true block strings and playing the strike for a game afterwards. But you're still giving Tokido that chance to exchange his 2 bars for your 3. If he gets this correctly.
And he got his first low medium kick of the day, well, at least for the set, I should say.
He jumped, good block there. Good defense.
Nice punish counter at that.
Poorly spaced that heavy kick there from Xiaohai. Drive rushes out, delayed pro tick there from Tokido. Still walking in that space. And damn, he flailed everything up to that sweep. That was such a build-up. Big parry. His perfect parries have been phenomenal today. Xiaohai, I've got to say, but Tokido's no slouch either.
Knocking on the door a bit, does get the tick throw, dash up again.
3 lights into the drive rush cancel there. This guy really wants to pile on the pressure with those drive rush cancels. Yeah, now he's changing it up there with the low forward into fireball this time around.
That was just outside.
Dude, you have to be like 100% like pinpoint accurate for that to work.
Full face of big punish counter, but luckily enough, Xiaohai wasn't ready for it. Oh, what a reaction to the fireball!
And do you know what it is? I like that how they deal and circumvent fireballs on the ground. It costs a little bit more than a jump, but it's much safer to do, especially when you do things on reaction. And that should be the round there. He might not even lead level 2. He will do Dragon Lash Flame to take the rounds. And that will put Tokido in prime position to take an extra 10 points for his team.
Looking out with the drive rush already, did get the mark against Xiaohai. I like that, contesting against the safe jump setup. Xiaohai with the back, or the tape turn. Oh, the Dragon Lash super, the immediate bust out from Tokido.
Setting up the fireball trap there, and he jumped into an anti-air there. Try to catch Tokido pressing some buttons with that Dragon Lash. Oh, okay. I don't know what you tried to bait there, but Tokido had other ideas. That's not going to be his cinematic version. He's going to get the Shoryuken though. Decent damage regardless.
Still a good chunk, that's right.
Still waiting. Oh, that's
he committed!
And he's going to build a level 2 as well, but he's not going to spend it. Not going to be the round here. Xiaohai just needs 1 drive rush cancel. And put Tokido a guess for game.
Could do it off of the roundhouse. You could see it. Yeah, Tokido flailing that light kick to kind of tantalize Xiaohai into pressing a heavier normal. He's like, go ahead, press that heavy button.
But he could drive rush in with a light or even a medium. Okay, there you go. Catch him.
Oh, using it so sparingly. Gave Xiaohai a little false sense of security as well. Majority of the times you talked about that, the big adaptation of using crouching medium punch, the time where he needed to use that low medium kick instead. Caught Xiaohai trying to walk back.
Indeed, he did. No, No, I enjoyed that. Sometimes you got to look at the bright side of a mirror match. I know it's Ken on Ken violence, but again, I like the players at hand playing the mirror match and how they utilize the drive gauge here. Tokido keeping up a decent record. If I am not mistaken, Tokido has actually won all of his games today, which is correct. That is right. We did get that fact checked.
If anything in the set, he's only lost one game against Kaba in general. So yeah, he's looking at what, 6-1?
Phenomenal performance in the World Championships thus far here. But yes, Xiaohai had consistent drive rush cancels hit or block, was always forcing a situation to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw any arbitrary jumps at all from anybody. They kept it grounded and they used all of the resources, parry, shoryukens, some way, shape or form to deal with that. And like we said, the intel I got was watching these guys play. Like we said, the utilization of crouching medium punch before he resorted back to the comfortable factor using crouching medium kick and then mixing in raw drive rush with a jab or crouching medium kick. Really adjusted his neutral tools and approaches extremely well there, Tokido.
Right, because you're getting that kind of like early idea against Xiaohai to be conditioned to walk backwards away from the counter poke because he doesn't want to be within that range, right? Then you get yourself susceptible to the low forwards, which in the end is what clipped them.
Precisely, and again, fight fire with fire. And I like that the top level players are doing this. We saw Xiaohai do it, and then we saw Tokido responding kind. They are being hyper aware of what buttons people are drive rush cancelling into. They know the true block swing, and they know where the gap is. Again, that's why it's an option select. But even if they try to do it with a heavier button, I think Ken can do it as well, stand hard punch into drive rush cancel to block a reversal. You don't really see that, not as much as you see it with Luke. Didn't get the cinematic there off of that anti-air shoryuken into the level 3. That could have been pivotal in terms of the cinematic scenario.
And I like the idea. I mean, like, I totally understand the idea behind Xiaohai committing to that second part of the target combo because he was within range to get punished regardless.
That is true there, and again, comfortably closes it out despite being low on drive gauge. It must be tense when you close things out with low on drive gauge, but again, FAV Gaming doing the work. They were doing so well in SFL Japan. That's the reason why they're here.